Miami. On the ground with Hosley, who goes spinning, and he dives forward. And Malachi Hosley's got a first down.
Plays and where you're just going downhill right through the teeth of this defense, either blocking up front. I mean, these guys, number 77, Keelan Rutledge, we're going to talk about him a lot today, Mike, the right guard for Georgia Tech. He's just pushing guys away, but this is...
Malachi Hosley's been busy already. This is a screen, and this is Eric Rivers probing for a couple.
Halloween's upcoming, but that was a little too much for me.
King across the middle, sailed it for Canyon, and a dangerous throw, and a flag comes out, perhaps on Braylon Johnson.
Personal foul, late hit, defense number 23. Penalty force half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
So they get Johnson for a late hit. No mention of targeting there this season with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, it's going to be right here in the middle of the screen. That ball's delivered, and it's incomplete, and see, he's defenseless. Canyon is defenseless. So anytime you get the hit on that player, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's pretty easy right there in front of the official.
Shake it up. Fresh set of downs, and Haynes King with the quarterback run, and he is met immediately. Through the years. That was his first carry today. He rolls right, throws toward the end zone, and that's dropped.
If you're Haynes King, right? He just moves to the outside. He's got a one-on-one and a nice route by Rivers. He just needs a better finish. The ball's right there, delivered on time, and it hits him right in the hands. You got to help out your quarterback. A terrific football thrown, and that's a drop.
Rivers, and now third down and long. King off his back foot, incomplete for Rivers.
Hardy on the loop. So he's on the right side. He goes up and he jabs all the way around, and he's right there in the face of Haynes King. Not enough time to throw and settle himself, and he has to throw that ball late. That's a nice job, and they forcing a field goal with his Wake Forest defense.
Backup long snapper here, Ronnie Thomas, the redshirt junior from Warner Robins, Georgia, to set up Aiden Burr from 35 with the kick on its way, and Burr remains perfect so far this season. Against a three-man rush. Ashford lofts it. Good touch this time, and Claiborne hauls it in.
Claiborne's all the way on the right side. He was the lone receiver. He had to go all the way across the field, but I mentioned buying a little bit of time was Ashford, the quarterback. That's what allowed the play to develop, and you get Claiborne in the open field. That's how you pick up a first down.
On 3rd and 1, Claiborne is met in the hole. He goes spinning, and DeMont Claiborne's got enough for a first down through the tackle of E.J. Lightsey for a couple of yards. Last game for Wake against NC State. Ashford, a corks for Mays again, and a lot of velocity on the throw. Four-man rush, quick release, and it's caught by Barnes and then dropped. Was it a catch? Georgia Tech picks it up, drops the football, and then they fall on it with Zach Tobey. So was that a catch and fumble for Barnes? Right now the signal is yes, and it belongs to the Jackets.
All of that football before it was dislodged. I think they're going to rule this an incomplete pass.
And they change it and say incomplete pass as you thought. Let's have a look.
Yeah, just my first initial thought, he never really had time to, first of all, make a football move, but really hold and maintain that possession of the football.
We go to our rules expert, Jerry McGinn. Jerry, do you agree with that call?
Kirk is right on.
Cal Joseph sends a high arcing punt inside the 20 and a fair catch signal from Bailey Stockton. For Georgia Tech's OC Buster Faulkner, who goes quarterback run on 3rd and 9 for Haynes King to pick up a first down. Here among quarterbacks in times he's toted the rock. Jamal Haynes searches past the 30. Well, it's always a balance for Buster Faulkner and how often he's going to run his quarterback.
Braylon Johnson at the end of the play.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 23. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, automatic first down.
Two running back look, and Jamal Haynes follows Malachi Hosley and gets blown up.
Hollywood for sure, Ladarius Webb, but officials got to come in and get this thing going.
Hosley out of the backfield picks up about 4, but that's it. Another strong stop by Scotty Hazelton's defense. Wake Forest defense has been very impressive so far against undefeated Georgia Tech. Room for Bailey Stockton. Made the first man miss, and another good drive of starting field position. And Haynes King has only run it twice in this game. Pressured off the play fake, and King with a short completion to the outside. 2 yards for Hosley, and third down coming up is Marshall Nichols, and he's going to fake it with a throw to the outside, and was it inbounds? It is a catch.
In turnaround, that ball seems to be just a yard short or a half a yard short of the first down marker. Unbelievable catch, but I don't think he has enough for the first down.
The ruling on the field is the runner was short of the line of gain. First down, Wake Forest.
Clark back in, and it's Ty Clark up the middle, and Ty Clark's got enough for a first down. Ashford off the fake, shot down the sideline, dropped into Chris Barnes. Took a shot at the end of it, but picks up 35.
We heard.
This is a guy they're always concerned about keeping healthy because of his size.
Yeah, I want you to watch this route. It's like a circle, and then he goes back out. It's an outstanding route from Chris Barnes. Nice little double move to get himself open.
Thanks for the sound effects there.
He did a spin move, Mike. That was an outstanding spin move. A lot of the defenders would say, wait, what?
Well, Barnes is down. That was the first play over 10 yards by either team today. From the edge of the red zone, it's Claiborne. Breaks the tackle. Claiborne hits the edge. Reaches out, and they will mark him out at about the 4.
Balance. Watch the balance of the running back, Claiborne. He gets to that hole, and he's able to just 1-2 and then get to the outside. That's contact balance by Claiborne and the speed to get all the way to the outside. First and goal, Wake Forest.
I mean, he is their star. Robbie Zell, Jake Dickert said to him. Quarterback run. Robbie Ashford finishes the run. Touchdown, Deeks.
Just look at this. There's nobody to the outside. So you've got tackle. You got receivers out here. There's nobody out here. They just run everybody back, and the quarterback gets right through. It's an outstanding job of a little tackle over in man formation, and they get Georgia Tech out of position. And then Ashford with the strength to get into the end zone. That's a nice job and a nice call down there inside the red zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Connor Calvert, the redshirt freshman from Bend, Oregon, comes on for the point after that is true.
Right now, the offense not working, but it's still about the quarterback making the right decision.
Crosser is complete. Fine catch by Luke Harpring. Quarterback run. Haynes King skipped free. Gets wrangled down by Braylon Johnson at the 39. The identity of this team, Brent Key said to us yesterday. Check down Jamal Haynes. Picks up just a couple of yards. Third down and medium. And we've seen it on display around the college football world. A handoff to Jamal Haynes, and he is short. His hands on the last fourth down. They do here, and Haynes King reaches out, and he is short. What a stop by Wake Forest and Quincy Bryant.
Sideline warning, Wake Forest, sideline.
Ashford on course to the edge for Burkhalter. Inside the 30.
And so you know now you have one-on-one. Watch this safety. He's going to lean here to take away Barnes, but the throw goes out here. Even Chris Barnes, when he doesn't get the ball, he affects the play because the safety stays over the top and allows that play to develop for Robbie Ashford.
To Sterling Burkhalter for 39 and the longest play of the day. Claiborne bounces it and follows Ashford. House call. How about them Deeks?
I want you to watch this blitz that comes from the outside. Number 23, Zach Toby. He's got to put everything back in. He's got to turn it all back in. He doesn't do that, and that's what allows this play to develop. As the outside corner on the blitz, you've got to turn everything back. You have to hold the edge. You don't hold the edge, and look what happens. The ball gets to the outside, and Claiborne to the end zone.
Because if you don't, Damon Claiborne can hit the gas. And Gordon motions out of the backfield. Pressure comes. King got rid of it. and a strike, but Rutherford is tripped up.
Cost my team a first down.
Nichols spins a beauty toward Carlos Hernandez, who let it drop dangerously at the last moment. Did not touch it, and it'll start at the 10. Let's check 10. Ashford pulled it from Claiborne, and Robbie Ashford can scoot down the sideline. Bumped out of bounds near the 35 by Daquan White. All the rest of this half. Chris Barnes with a stiff arm. And Barnes shoved out of bounds after a couple by Jai Gilmore. Team Georgia Tech. Robbie Ashford handled the low snap, got it to Devon Claiborne, who gets banged down, and the football came out. And it looks like Wake Forest pounced on it at the end of it. Ashford on the double clutch, zipped it in for Micah Mays. Takes it inside the 30, and a third down conversion of 35.
And he stops right on the hash mark. But watch the eyes of the quarterback. He's waiting for it to develop the entire time. Nice job with the blocking up front, but watch Ashford. He makes sure he maneuvers and finds his receiver who's standing right there, waiting for the window to open. He had to wait and wait, but he got it in there.
And now the final minute until halftime. Ashford, Falai, and Falai sets up first and goal. 30 seconds to go. Ashford, the keeper, gets met by E.J. Lightsey. Trying to call timeout. Brent Key ended up getting it first, and now Ashford has it taken away by Georgia Tech. Omar Daniels, another takeaway for him.
Like, it's going to be interesting here because the quarterback Ashford's arm is going forward. He's going forward, and he's hit at the end of it. Now this is going to be a conversation. This is going to be a replay. We've got to see, is there an open hand when he's hit, resulting in an incomplete pass, or will they call this a fumble? I'm going to say, my first look, I think this is an incomplete pass. This is not going forward with an open hand that results in a fumble. This is an arm going forward with the football control.
Recovered by the defense is under further review. After further review, the quarterback's hand was moving forward with control for an incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 30 seconds. 3-0.
All right, so I mean, it's right on the border, and they're going to say it is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I agree with that call. That's what I looked at initially.
Robbie Ashford on the move. Ashford just ducks out of bounds ahead of E.J. Lightsey. Calvert, who's had a couple of misses this year, but the redshirt freshman is good here. Jake Dicker takes
the tackle.
Ashford to the air. Deep shot downfield for Mays. And he could not complete the catch. Didn't look like it. On third down at 8. A blitz from Lightsey. Ashford, a dart to Burkhalter.
Allows for him to make the completion down the field for the first down.
And now off a dribbled snap, Ashford is tripped up near the 25. About a month, it came here to Wake. He's got big-time arm talent and puts it on display. He stays in there with Ashford on the sideline. And Claiborne up the middle, and Devon Claiborne has enough for a first down. First down at 10. Good cut from Claiborne. And a positive gain.
Filet.
Purdy on the rollout. He zips one incomplete. 28 is taken over for the very experienced Matt Dennis, and Connor Calvert drills that. King zips one. Got it to the sideline for Rivers. Maybe a little up-tempo. Ball's at the 40 for Georgia Tech. King fires into coverage and incomplete. Sideline Rivers again. Now Eric Rivers.
I thought he was going to have to walk away from football to provide for his son, but instead Georgia Tech gave him his last chance.
And now Haynes King dons.
For Haynes King.
And a sneak from King with a push from Jamal Haynes. Feels like this. 12th play of the drive. Again, and Rutherford is stopped by Gabe Kershke for a loss of 3. On third, King all day. King floats one back in the end zone, and it's Rivers. There is a flag down.
But what a throw.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, got penalties decline, result of the play, touchdown.
Haynes King had an eternity, and he does indeed find Eric Rivers.
Just watch how he works and just works and works, and then finally uncovers. He just works the back line, just keeps working, and then shows that hand. That's an outstanding job by Rivers, being available for his quarterback and finding a way.
Sean Purdy still at quarterback for the injured Robbie Ashford. And that one is deflected by Tajay Butler. Down and long and empty for Deshaun Purdy. Under pressure. Purdy escapes. And is tracked down by Clayton Powell-Lee. Short yardage scenarios. Keeps it again with a lane. And a first down, Haynes King. A smoke break for King. Just an easy handoff to Malachi Hosley. Takes it down to the 5. Haynes King again with a touchdown. Gas tank running low.
One thing, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And just watch this motion and the fake to come all the way down. Like this is what you see when you go against this team. The fake to the outside, it gets everybody flowing. Situational masters, the Georgia Tech offense.
That's what.
Showing pressure.
Bring 4. Ashford nearly slipped. Ashford directing. Past the line of scrimmage when he threw it to Falai. So this will come back. He was fully past the line of scrimmage.
And ability getting off.
Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. This penalty also includes the loss of down. 4th down.
The quarterback.
In King's hands again. Steps up. Fires, and he's got it for Canyon. Hurtling into the red zone. The blocking tight end beside King. Fake the pitch. Follow Byrne. King with a push, but he's stacked up. 5. This from 19, and Aiden Burr ties this game at 20. Fake the pitch. Ashford rips one into a tight window, and Ashford floats one. Hauled in by Mays. Ball. 2 big ones for Micah Mays against the blitz. 1-on-1 to the end zone. Incomplete.
And he stepped out of bounds first. Saw that Melvin stepped out of bounds first, so no matter what, he couldn't be the first person to touch the football. So had he even caught the ball in bounds, would not have resulted in a touchdown.
Ty Clark's the running back. Pressure comes. Batted down. And 4th down. And the redshirt freshman off the upright. And no good. Was embedded with them today. Georgia Tech with the football, tied at 20, and Jamal Haynes fumbles. Karan Prunty pounces on it.
Into the ball carrier Haynes, and watch. He's got the ability. He's getting through. Jamal Haynes in 24 just puts that shoulder pad right there on the football, and it's knocked away, and it's picked up by Prunty.
The first turnover of the game is enormous. Yeah, the 5th-year senior, very experienced linebacker. 1st and goal for the Demon Deacons. Damon Claiborne in the pistol. Bobbled snap, and Claiborne is blasted. 4-man rush. Ashford fires, incomplete for Clark out of the backfield. And now on the move. Ashford looks that way, incomplete. The lead. Calvert atones, and the Demon Deacons have the lead. Season finale. King rolls and fires for Eric Rivers. And King, sideline tight window, incomplete. Intended for Canyon again. On 3rd down, he goes to the air, and Ashford into a window and hung on. Sawyer Racanelli's first catch in a Wake Forest uniform. Clark again, stacked up right around the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down.
Pre-snap movement. Ashford goes to the air. Down the sideline, it's incomplete. But there is no flag down, and Jake Dickert and Robbie Ashford are irate. 30 seconds as well. So a $141 for Haynes King, who goes to a crosser to Isaiah Canyon. Spins into plus territory.
Most part throughout this game.
King, sideline, a lot of contact, incomplete.
Pass interference, defense number 3, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
I think both guys are over there hand fighting. Rivers sails the outside, then he comes back in. And I think they get that right hand of Prunty, who's right underneath. That right hand will go.
King, check down, dropped by Jamal Haynes.
Be run is something I think.
Clean pocket, crosser. It's Eric Rivers in a foot race, very close to the sticks.
The previous play of the runner reaching the line of game is under further review.
But now let's look where the football is in comparison to when he goes out of bounds. Initially, I'm looking at the right foot that goes out of bounds. And where's the football?
See Brent Key immediately watching it in real time along the sideline from Rivers. There's that right foot that goes out of bounds. Where's the ball at the time Rivers crosses out?
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First down, Georgia Tech.
Remember, it's King under some pressure to the sideline, and that is caught. Alert. On the edge, Malik run for third is stopped by Dylan Hazen. Burr's perfect this year. From 33, he is pure. And telling, it's always temporary. He rolls, pumps, connects to his tight end, Josh Beetham. Has blockers with him. Haynes King following JT Byrne gets right. No surprise, they run him again. King, touchdown, Georgia Tech.
You just know, watch these surge by the offensive line. You get big 77 Keelan Rutledge pulling around, and Haynes King just finds and feels his way through, smelling the end zone, and gets in for the Georgia Tech score.
2 rushing touchdowns in this game for the 7th time in Haynes King's career, toting the rock 21 times. 7-point lead to start over. Senior at his 4th school with a stud running back in Devon Claiborne. Breaks a couple tackles. Claiborne to the pylon. Touchdown.
Had the wide open tackle on him, and he missed him at the line of scrimmage. And Claiborne smelling the end zone. That's a touchdown.
And look at this for Wake Forest and Jake Dickert. He rolls. Ashford searching under pressure. Intercepted. Clayton Powell-Lee picks it off, and Georgia Tech survives.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak, let them look right